You see, because I literally want to know if you mean it. Okay, who's this person? Shout it out. Columbus. And he sailed the ocean blue when? 1492 to discover what country?
India.
No, none, because he was on his way to India, but he was lost. And how many of you have revised your curriculum to reflect this? Or are you still teaching that old trope? Shout it out. What country is this? I've heard you say it. Africa. It is a continent and not a country. The largest contiguous landmass on the globe. Yet many of our classrooms, school districts spend 2 to 3 hours per year teaching about the cradle of civilization, unless, of course, there's that one class on African studies. Many of us, many of you, spend your time as a leader proving to people how progressive you are. But do you mean it? Have you learned to use words like cultural competency, diversity, and inclusion? Do you smartly espouse phrases like black bodies and stop killing us? How about, hey, I'm your ally? You take no real, tangible steps towards justice for all in your schoolhouse, much less behind closed doors in your own house. Do you actively, frequently, and regularly take steps to reflect on your own privilege? Lead others through development to ensure curriculum, school, and district culture isn't centered on white, heteronormative standards? Or is there that one PD, you know, the one we held 2 years ago? Or do your sorrows only come forward when the news reminds you of the America we live in versus the one we aspire to be? So I ask you again, do you really mean it? Are the children and families in your school, community, people you really care for, even when they don't look like you? And do the ones who do look like you deserve the quality of education which would allow them to create the America we aspire to? So why does any of this matter? This is Jack. His grandparents immigrated illegally to the US from Scotland in the 1980s, so his mother moved around a lot. He spent last night crying because he worried about his father, a black man, who might get killed today. His dad is a police officer. This is Khalilah. Her first day of kindergarten is not only a big day at a new school, but she moved to your town from the Appalachian Mountains and didn't have running water at her home about a month before she got there, until her dad landed a job in your affluent suburb. This is Jason. He wants you to know he is not good at math. He has never been to China, and he does not want to join the robotics club. He is the grandson of Vietnamese boat people, survivors. Please do not ask him to translate for his parents when they come to school. That is unethical and demoralizing to him and his parents. Find another way. This is Maya. Although very quiet, she is really trying to get used to your prep school, because she is a child of Spanish-speaking parents who were second-generation doctors back in Panama. She speaks 3 languages and is a violin prodigy. She's used to private tutoring while she travels the world, not sitting in a classroom with Rose. Talk to her. This is Andrew, a proud member of the tribe whose land your elementary school was built on, after being seized by the federal government in violation of a long-standing treaty. On the weekends, he learns the language of his people, but this past weekend, that was disrupted when a 5th young person in his tribe took their life unexpectedly. Do you see him? Did you know? So again, what's the point? Well, some of you are saying, she's not talking to me, I look like her. Or maybe you're thinking, I have many black friends, not just that one. This issue is important, but yet, you leave here today not doing one thing differently. These issues are too big. You are comfortable with your life. You've been named head schmuckety schmuck because you run such a good classroom, a good school, a good district. If you pat yourself on the back as a school district leader because you have an amazing Black History Month program, ooh, you have work to do. If your responses to the tensions going on in our country stemming from the vestiges of slavery and systemic racism is to host that one PD on cultural competence, or to hire a diversity director whose job it is to make brown parents happy, or to help you craft the message about that one racist incident. You know, the one racist incident? But that person is encouraged not to raise the issue of racism on campus behind closed doors because, you know, all lives matter, right? You got work to do. If it is impossible for your students to have one black teacher before they graduate high school, well, simply because they took yoga instead of basketball for physical education, or don't play lacrosse, you have work to do. As education leaders, we are charged with educating every student in the country to thrive in the country they live in today. We are a part of the problem until we are not a part of the problem. We cannot educate whole children if our daily practice tells them loudly to only bring a piece of themselves to school every day. Racial justice and equity and opportunity is all of our responsibility every day. Thank you.